think a healthy church is characterized by its memberships, connections to each other, relationships that they have with each other.
Anytime you start working together, you really get to know the people that are working with you or alongside you.
For a congregation to exist for 75 years is remarkable. The involvement of the membership of Germantown as a whole is what allowed it to grow.
This church from the beginning to now has really done a great job. It had to be such a great tie-in with everyone to grow together.
When we came, what we found is they wanted to get you involved quickly. And the thing that I remember, we felt like a team. We wanted to be for the good of the whole, for the congregation. That was the focus.
That's the most important thing we always look for, is a church home that we can fit in and just get busy working.
We had some people out at the house to get to know them, and one of them was Elder Steve, and I have on the coffee table a photo album of all of my gardens, and he happened to open it up. He said, "We need to get the garden back." And so he asked me to do that. Of course, you don't want to tell an elder no right off the bat when you just get to where you know it pretty good. But what really makes your day is I was greeting with the east door, and I don't know who the little lady was, but she walks out, and she turned around and says, "Aren't you the garden guy?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, I'm one of them." She held up this bag and says, "Such a blessing for me to each Sunday to come and get some fresh vegetables to take home to my house and cook." It was just awesome.
I think that clearly what has been built here is special. It's an incredible thing for a church to be able to celebrate being around and worshiping for 75 years. And so even more important about what has happened over the last 75 years, the real pressing issue is, how do we go ahead and stay hungry, really be forward thinking for the future of this congregation in order to be a success for our kids, and so that they can experience the same thing that we did of, hey, we're going to college, but then we're coming back. And then when people leave, they want to come back. You always remember, that was home.
Germantown as a congregation could be a great example for its future self. To think about what this congregation did by prayerful deliberation, but also a lot of determination and hard work. Even now, looking ahead, we have enormous potential for the future.
Everybody has to take the steps in order to work in the community.
If we function as a body that are connected with each other and we function with love, then everything else will take care of itself. But we have to stand firm and make sure we build upon this foundation, and we have to invest a lot in our next generation so that we can celebrate 150th in the future.
I just hope that we all look for opportunities where we can take our own talents and make the church a better place for everyone.
As long as we have our primary focus on God and what pleases Him rather than ourselves, I think we're always going to do more than maybe what we even expect of ourselves.
And that when something that happens that's not great, you find ways to work through that. And it's a family working together to serve God.